Whether in traffic, in street fights, or even on airplanes, there's always someone trying to impose themselves through force or arrogance. But as the old saying goes, every action has a reaction, and for that reason, when abuse and arrogance go too far, the fall is even harder. Today, you're going to watch these bullies. On November 15, 2024, the Civil Police Commissioner of Ceará, Igor Vasconcelos Fernandez, was arrested for contempt of authority after insulting a military police sub-lieutenant in a restaurant in Fortaleza, Ceará, Brazil. According to reports, Igor was off-duty, showing signs of intoxication and carrying a firearm. The military police were called after complaints that an armed and drunk man was threatening customers at the venue. During the intervention, the commissioner called the officer scoundrel, which led to his arrest for contempt of authority. The incident was recorded on video and widely shared on social media. In the footage, you can see the commissioner visibly intoxicated and insulting the military police officer, who responds, "Not scoundrel, show me respect." Then Igor says, "I'm a police commissioner, and you are?" The officer replies, "I am a sub-lieutenant of the military police and I'm on duty." After the arrest, Igor was taken to the 2nd Police District, where a summary incident report was filed for contempt of authority. Afterwards, he was released. The Civil Police of Ceará reported that the commissioner will face disciplinary proceedings and that the General Disciplinary Oversight of Public Security Organs and the prison system, known as CGD, is investigating the case administratively. In an incident in São Gonçalo, in the metropolitan region of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, a black Fiat Palio was dragged by a Galo Branco bus after a traffic dispute. The event occurred on Coronel Serrato Street. During the dispute, the car driver allegedly challenged the bus driver to run him over. In response, the bus driver drove forward with the vehicle, pushing the car for about 500 meters. Fortunately, no one was injured. The video of the incident circulated widely on social media, showing the bus dragging the car along the road. The case was filed at the local police station. Galo Branco Bus Company, responsible for the vehicle involved, did not issue an official statement, but it is speculated that the bus driver was dismissed from the company. A recording taken inside an airport captures the moment a woman was being detained and gave the officers a hard time with her resistance to the intervention. According to rumors, the woman had been acting erratically toward the airline staff, threatening and insulting them. The police were called, and upon arrival, the officers found her in a highly agitated and aggressive state. They tried to talk to her to calm her down, but the situation only worsened and she remained aggressive, leaving the officers no choice but to handcuff her and remove her from the premises. As shown in the footage recorded by an airport user, she is being carried by the officers in a cart similar to a wheelchair, and at one point she throws herself to the ground screaming and giving the officers a hard time before they took her to the police station. In August 2023, an incident in the Caicara neighborhood, northwest region of Belo Horizonte, Brazil, sparked significant reaction among app-based delivery riders. Delivery rider Lincoln Santos, age 20, was attacked during a delivery by family members after requesting the order confirmation code, as required by the app. According to reports, he was struck with crutch blows and suffered a pocket knife cut to the arm, resulting in injuries to his chest, back, and ribs. In response to the assault, dozens of delivery riders gathered in front of the attacker's residence the next day. During the protest, some participants tried to force open the gate of the house, while others engaged in a honking demonstration. The military police were called, but the protesters had dispersed before the officers arrived. In addition to the protest in the Caicara neighborhood, around 30 delivery riders staged a honking protest at 7 Square, demanding justice and an end to violence against workers in their profession. 2 drivers were caught on an avenue fighting and using their own cars to ram into each other in a kind of real-life bumper cars scenario. The sounds of the collisions between the two woke nearby residents during the early morning hours, and the video recorded by one of them from their balcony, right across from where the drivers were fighting, went viral online, even making news on television broadcasts. The footage shows the vehicles crashing into each other repeatedly in a bizarre spectacle. According to information, the collisions were triggered by a couple's quarrel, where the Onyx driver was the ex-husband of the woman in the BMW. The fight was so intense and out of control that it escalated to this point. After ramming each other, both left the scene as if nothing had happened. In a video that circulated on social media in 2023, a man had his motorcycle seized by a military police officer and reacted aggressively. In the footage, he challenges the officer to a fight, hurling insults and calling the officers present to come and fight. One of the officers, standing further back, records the situation while the other simply watches and ignores the man, who is clearly hot-headed. Another video recorded later shows the same young man, but this time handcuffed, limping, being taken to the police station. Many internet users joked that the man probably received a gentle session from the police, if you catch my drift. He could have simply left to sort out his situation and retrieve his motorcycle from the police impound, but he chose to stay and confront the officers, and that backfired terribly because, besides losing his motorcycle, he was arrested. On August 14, 2022, a passenger caused a major disturbance aboard a Gol Airlines flight departing from Congonhas Airport in Sao Paulo, Brazil, bound for Recife International Airport in Pernambuco, Brazil. During the flight, the man, identified as a 34-year-old street vendor, displayed aggressive and uncontrollable behavior. Videos filmed by other passengers show him violently kicking seats and tray tables, as well as hurling insults. At one point, he also spat on nearby passengers. The situation caused panic among those on board. According to the federal police, the passenger began showing signs of disorientation and nausea about 30 minutes before landing. An onboard physician was called and administered intravenous glucose, suspecting hypoglycemia or alcohol intoxication. After the treatment, the man became even more aggressive, requiring physical restraint. In his carry-on luggage, officers found a plastic bottle containing a substance resembling cachaca. Upon disembarking in Recife, the passenger was detained by the federal police and taken to the agency's headquarters. Further reports indicate that he was indicted in flagrante for qualified damage, endangering an aircraft, and obstructing or hindering air navigation. After a custody hearing, he was released to face the charges while free. On October 19, 2022, a serious traffic incident occurred on Sousa Ramos Avenue, east side of Sao Paulo, Brazil. An articulated bus driver drove over a motorcycle after an argument with an app-based delivery rider. Footage from security cameras captures the moment the bus advances over the motorcycle, pinning it under the vehicle. SP-Trans reported that the driver was dismissed from the company, noting that his conduct failed to meet required quality and safety standards. The video of the incident circulated widely on social media and shocked many online viewers with the danger the delivery rider faced, as well as the fact that he could have simply continued on his way but chose to start a confrontation that led to the incident. A police officer was giving an interview on an overpass above a highway, when right below him two drivers began to fight in traffic. In the footage recorded by the news crew, the officer was conducting the interview as usual, until the fight erupted on the highway below and the reporter alerted him. The interview was then cut short, and the officer atop the overpass shouted for the men to return to their vehicles and clear the roadway immediately. Upon seeing the officer there, they were surprised and complied, freeing up the highway.
Rage incident just right there.
Hey! Get back in the car!
As the footage gained attention, many internet users joked that the drivers, above all, chose the wrong place to fight. A video circulating on social media shows a truck dragging a car down a street in Almaty, Kazakhstan, while a couple runs after the vehicle trying to get back inside. In the footage recorded by a passerby, we see the truck accelerating and dragging the car forward. The couple, who were presumably inside the car and had argued with the truck driver, appear running alongside the dragged vehicle in an attempt to climb back in and stop it. The scene is quite curious and quickly spread around the world. As seen in the footage, they are apparently unable to catch up to the vehicle, which continues being dragged and likely suffered significant damage. A man who had acquired a BMW 1.8 invited his friend to check out the car, and they decided to take it onto the streets of New York, cruise around, and create real chaos. As they were driving down a busy highway, they decided to stop in the middle of traffic and sit on the hood of the car to try to take a photo in the middle of the avenue, blocking traffic as if they owned the city. There were many honks and insults because of their arrogance, but what they definitely did not expect was the lack of patience of the driver right behind them, who got out of his vehicle with a baseball bat and struck the windshield of the i8 squarely. Quite a hit, by the way. The car's windshield cracked instantly. After the man struck the glass, he simply turned his back and walked away as if nothing happened, leaving the YouTubers in shock and without any reaction. A security camera captured the moment a bus driver attempted to overtake another bus from the same company, causing a major accident. In the footage recorded by a security camera, you can see the rear bus driving right up against the back of the one in front, forcing an overtake and driving recklessly. His recklessness was such that upon approaching some parked vehicles, he failed to pay attention and collided with them, crushing them as he caused a serious accident through his wholly unjustified action. According to some reports, he was trying to overtake the bus in front, but it would not yield, so he became frustrated, began tailgating it, and caused the accident. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured. Rumors suggest that in addition to suffering heavy losses, the driver was dismissed from the company. A woman was seen in a Pizza Hut restaurant fighting with the manager over a misunderstanding. Apparently, the customer had received a pizza of the wrong size, and instead of trying to resolve the situation calmly, she began cursing and attacking the staff as if they were all at fault. Outraged, the store manager retorted, confronted her, and the already aggressive customer threw the open pizza box at the manager on the floor. This action enraged the professional, who moved in on the woman, stared her down, and threw her out of the store without a second thought. The bully, seeing that the manager did not back down, decided to leave before things got worse, but it did not help much and she was pushed to the ground. Since the manager was younger and stronger, the customer clearly could not fight back and was at a disadvantage. Aware of this, she tried to leave but ended up paying the price. The moment, captured by another customer, went viral online. Don't forget to subscribe so you can watch more videos like this.